My first question, are there outstanding Integrity Commission reports that have been sent to you that have not been tabled? Secondly, on the issue of the Auditor General's report, while I hear you waiting on the opinion, I believe, having read Section 30 of the FAA Act, that is straightforward in terms of the provision. The provision relates to public bodies, and the two entities which you refer to are executive agencies, which are governed by an Executive Agency Act. It also refers to the Auditor General doing an audit of annual accounts, whereas in this case, they were performance audits.
I note with interest that you say today that it is very clear to you. Last week when I invited you to read the act, and it was very clear sitting in front of you, and right now I just must advise the members of this House and the country that I await the advice of the Attorney General on who I will.
Madam Speaker.
And that is my ruling.
Madam Speaker, if I may, I'm a little perturbed because you have in your possession some reports from the Auditor General. I, as a member, do not know what kind of reports, but I'm a little surprised to hear the member from Southeast, I believe, St. Andrew, saying there are performance audits. How does he know that?
It also refers to the Auditor General doing an audit of annual accounts, whereas in this case, they were performance audits.
How does he know what kind of report the Auditor General has submitted to the Parliament? How does he know?
Would you respond, member? All right. No,
Madam Speaker, is it that he has sight of these reports? Is it that something is not right?
All right.
Madam Speaker, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Something is not right. So, Madam Speaker,
It also refers to the Auditor General doing an audit of annual accounts, whereas in this case, they were performance audits.
Member, no. Will you just allow me? I am speaking. Member.
Madam Speaker, can you ask the member to...
No, I am not doing anything of the sort. I have told you exactly what my position is, member. I am awaiting the advice of the Attorney General, and for me, that is my ruling on the matter. Member, please do not ask.
Clarity, madam, clarity. Please, madam. Please.
There's no clarity.
No, madam, totally different matter. I accept that you are seeking guidance, and there's I support you. But on a different matter, the member rose in his capacity as a member. And he has informed us that the Auditor General report that you have in your possession is a performance audit, and it is not tabled. So he needs to inform this House how he got that information.
It also refers to the Auditor General doing an audit of annual accounts, whereas in this case, they were performance audits.
Madam Speaker, let him stand up. Stand up and talk, you coward.
Do you want to inform the House how you wrote your 6-page response when the report was
Madam
just
Speaker,
tabled?
I can
inform
tell you,
the House.
God bless.
The Integrity Commission's investigation report into concerns that the Honourable Mrs. Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert, Member of Parliament and Speaker of the House of Representatives, made false statements in the statutory declarations filed by her for the years 2015 to 2021, and the indicative ruling regarding said report.
Members, to ensure that there is no accusation of conflict of interest, I, as a speaker this afternoon, has decided to table the Integrity Commission's report on an investigation concerning my statutory declarations. I have done so because I have absolutely nothing to hide. After the report is tabled today, the report is being sent to the Integrity Oversight Committee for its deliberations. I am also, as Speaker of this House, and in the interest of transparency, sending the report to the Ethics Committee under Standing Orders 73F and 73G. All members of this House will then be given an opportunity to discuss the contents of the report in both the Integrity Oversight Committee meetings and in the Ethics Committee meetings. And additionally, all members will be given another opportunity to discuss the contents of both reports when they are returned to this House. Bills brought from the Senate. Do you have a point of order?
I have a question for you,
No,
arising from what you just said.
Member, whenever a matter comes before this House and is referred to a committee, there is no debate on the matter. The report that has come from the Integrity Committee concerns my own statutory declarations. I have therefore, as Speaker of this House, as I have absolutely nothing to hide, I have, contrary to my ruling, as I have done previously, tabled the report. It now goes to the Integrity Oversight Committee for its deliberations, and I have added another committee. It goes to the Ethics Committee, and it's for its deliberations. And like in everything else, when it comes back here after being deliberated by members, every member of this House will have an opportunity to consider and be a part of the debate. And that is my ruling, and I ask us all as members of this House to let us move on with the agenda as it has been passed to the committee. If the question is opening a debate, I'm not going to do that. It has been referred. The matter is tabled and it is public. The matter is tabled, it is public knowledge, and any committee that I sit on, or when it is deliberated in this House, I will, as Speaker, recuse myself. It has been referred to 2 committees, and that is my ruling. Now I move on with the agenda. Bills brought from the Senate.
Leader of the opposition, you rose to ask a question based on what the Speaker said. The Speaker's position is very clear. Clear to everybody. A report was tabled in the House. There will be no question. We move on.
Can you just take your seat for a moment? I did, when I opened this Parliament this afternoon, invited every member of this House that whatever we do in this House, we ought to conduct ourselves with the civility worthy of this Parliament and the Jamaican people we have chosen to serve. I have also invited all members to read the standing orders. Read it. I am following, and I did say I would follow the procedures strictly. I am doing so, and unless a member has a point of order and can bring my attention to a standing order, the matter, like any other matter, is referred to two committees. No one in this House, including the Speaker, is above investigation. The matters are referred to both committees, and I now wish to move on with the thing. Bills brought from the Senate. Petitions, papers, reports from committees, no. Member, out of respect as a leader of the opposition, I am going to direct you to the standing orders as it relates to a ruling of the Speaker in this House, and I have ruled that this matter goes to the Oversight Committee for deliberations and to that, and I am now moving on. Bills brought from the Senate, petitions, papers, reports from committees, notices of motions given orally. Yeah. Members, I move back. Just for bills brought from the Senate, petitions, papers, reports from committees, and we are now at notices of motions given orally.
The parliamentary opposition is insisting that the House Speaker should step aside. After the report was tabled in Parliament, Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert refused to allow the opposition to speak, so they walked out of the House. Andrea Chisholm has details.
Given orally.
The moment the opposition walked out of the House of Representatives, we're not able to hear what they were saying because Parliament now has a new microphone system controlled by the Speaker, who is at the center of the controversy. Delroy Chuck was, however, able to speak.
Leader of the opposition, you rose to ask a question based on what the Speaker said. The Speaker's position is very clear. Clear to everybody. A report was tabled in the House. There will be no question. We move on.
And move on they did with the parliamentary business of the day. Not satisfied with being muzzled, the opposition called a press conference to outline their concerns. Firstly, they believe House Speaker Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert should not have presided over the matter.
She was a judge and jury in her own cause in deciding the process to be followed. That was unacceptable to us. Should be unacceptable to all well-thinking Jamaicans. She should have had no role whatsoever in what happens to that report. Once it was tabled, she should have made her personal statement. Yeah. She didn't do that. She issued a release to the media. She never had the decency of telling Parliament what she should have told us, what she wanted to say about the matter.
The Integrity Commission report will now go to the Ethics Committee of Parliament and the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee.
She sent it to the Oversight Committee. She decided to send it to the Ethics Committee, which she chairs. She has now, as chairman, convened a meeting of that committee for next week.
It has been referred. The matter is tabled and it is public. The matter is tabled, it is public knowledge, and any committee that I sit on, or when it is deliberated in this House, I will, as Speaker, recuse myself. It has been referred to 2 committees, and that is my ruling.
The purpose of the Oversight Committee is to look at the functioning of the Integrity Commission. Yes. The Oversight Committee is not here to review reports that are made about individuals, public servants. It is totally inappropriate for it to be sent to the Oversight Committee, dominated with 13 government members and 2 opposition members, to decide what should happen here. It's an absurdity. She's supported by all 49 of them over there. She must resign. It is the only decent thing for her to do. Resign. You're referred for criminal prosecution. Resign and go clear your name. If you come back, fine.
In our view, it is absolutely untenable that Jamaica's Parliament can have somebody holding the office of Speaker who is subject to criminal prosecution for a corruption-related offence. It is untenable for us as parliamentarians to sit in Parliament and have the affairs of Parliament adjudicated by somebody in that situation. Not to mention our public image, our international image as a proud democratic nation with among the parliamentary democracies of the world. To have a situation where our Speaker has that cloud unresolved hanging over her. She has to step down, and it is a duty of the Prime Minister. However inconvenient it may be for whatever reasons, it is his duty to remove her. He's the one who appointed her. He should remove her from office until that matter is resolved.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who was not in the House during the discussion on Tuesday, also faced more criticisms.
What has happened today has cast a stain on the Parliament of our country, the image, the international image of our country. He should have been present here to ensure that that did not happen. He was derelict in his responsibilities to the nation by absenting himself today from what happened.
Andrea Chisholm, TVJ News.
Members of this Honourable House, I received the following letter from Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert. Dear Ms. Curtis, this is to formally advise the House of Representatives that I have resigned as Speaker and member of the House of Representatives with effect from the date of this letter. And the date of the letter is September 21, 2023. We will now proceed to elect a Speaker of this Honourable House. Members present, I call upon you to elect from among you one not being a minister or parliamentary secretary to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Madam Clerk, may I say before I nominate, this House would like to extend its thanks and appreciation to the outgoing Speaker, the Member of Parliament for South Trelawney, and we wish her well, but do express our appreciation for the sterling work she contributed as Speaker of the House. Madam Clerk, I beg to nominate the Member of Parliament for the great constituency of East Rural St. Andrew, Mrs. Juliet Holness, to become the Speaker of the House. Ms. Clark, Ms. Curtis.
Madam Clerk, I beg to second the motion.
The Honourable Juliet Anne-Marie Holness has been nominated and seconded. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? There be no other nominations. I have the honour of declaring the Honourable Juliet Anne-Marie Holness Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Madam Speaker, welcome to the chair. I take this opportunity, Madam Speaker, to congratulate you, firstly, to make yourself available to be the Speaker of this Honourable House, and to thank the members who have all supported you in you becoming Speaker of the House. I can say, Madam Speaker, as someone that I have known for over 2 decades, I have absolutely no doubt that your competence, your skill, your intelligence will ensure that this Parliament is conducted in an orderly and in a way that the Jamaican people can be proud. I have no doubt that your management of this Parliament, as demonstrated when you were Deputy Speaker and also as Chairman of Committee, will ensure that meetings are conducted without fear or favour, without bias, and also to give the opportunity for all the members to participate and to make their voices heard. Madam Speaker, I wish you well, and I have no doubt that your stint as Speaker will be a sterling one.
Madam Speaker, I join with my colleague in congratulating you on the ascension to the chair of Speaker of this great House. In congratulating you, Madam Speaker, I wish, as I did before the start of the meeting, to say that early in your tenure, it is my hope that both leader of government business and myself will be able to sit with you to look at some of the issues that we have had to deal with in the past and to see how we can share in our collective wisdom in the guidance that you will need from time to time from those of us in this chamber. We wish you well. We genuinely want you to do well so that your tenure can be very successful. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
The Honourable Juliet Anne-Marie Holness being elected Speaker of the House of Representatives. It creates a vacancy, and now I will invite Madam Speaker to help to choose a deputy.
I now call upon the members to elect one from among you, not being a minister or parliamentary secretary, to be the Deputy Speaker.
Speaker, I now nominate the Member of Parliament for the great constituency of St. James Central, Leroy Clark, to be the Deputy Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I beg to second the motion.
Mr. Leroy Clark has been nominated and seconded. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? There be no other nominations. I have the honor of declaring Mr. Leroy Clark Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Honourable members, let me take this opportunity to thank you for the confidence that has been reposed in me to handle the very difficult job of being the Speaker of this Parliament. I accept my responsibility with great humility, and I will always endeavor to ensure that I manage with equity, judiciously, balance, and always in keeping with the standing orders of this noble House. Members, it is the beginning of excellent camaraderie. When a member from the opposition side stands up to second the nomination of the member from the government side for Speaker or Deputy Speaker. And I hope as we continue to do our duties on behalf of the people of Jamaica, we will continue to display that type of relationship that keeps our House disciplined and orderly in the benefit of all the people of Jamaica. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. It is the bill. It is indeed my pleasure. The pleasure is mine to accept from my colleagues the position of being Deputy Speaker of this noble House. And I too affirm that I will work diligently along with my colleagues on both sides to make sure that discipline and order continue to be in this House, as so we followed the standing orders. Thank you.
Before we move on to the next item on the agenda, it would be remiss of me not to thank my predecessor, Honourable Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert. I have learned so much because of her leadership. And I must say, even having resigned, our former Speaker spent every day ensuring that I was fully prepared to take up the mantle on her departure. It is a pleasure to find individuals who love Jamaica and the work of the Parliament to the extent that whatever is happening, the people of Jamaica come first. Former Speaker, I personally thank you for your service, and I am expecting that you will be there along with other former speakers, both here in the House and those who are in retirement, to continue to guide my hand. Thank you Honourable Marisa Dalrymple-Philibert.